What's this? What's this? It's a pen.
It's a pen.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're asking me a question.
You you are asking me
A
question.
question. Very good.
A question.
What's this? What's this? It's a pen.
It's a pen.
Am I asking you a question? Am I asking you a question? Yes, you're asking me a question.
Yes, you're asking me a question.
Very good. What's this? What's this? It's a pen.
It's a pen.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm answering your question.
I'm answering your question.
Very good. Last one. What's this? What's this? It's a pen.
It's a pen.
Are you answering my question? Are you answering my question? Yes.
No,
I
I'm
yes,
yes.
I'm answering
Yeah, yes, I'm answering your
your
question.
question. Very good. Okay, next. What's the meaning of the verb to have in Japanese? What's the meaning of the verb to have in Japanese? The meaning
The
of the
meaning
verb
of the word
to
to
have in
have
Japanese
is
is
in Japanese is motsu.
Hatsu. Very good. What's the construction of I have, you have, etc.? What's the construction of I have, you have, etc.? The constructions
The
of
contraction of
I have, you
you
have,
have,
etc. are
etc. are
I've, you've,
I,
etc.
you, etc.
Very good. Have I got two eyes? Have I got two eyes? Yes, you've got
Yes,
two
you
eyes.
got two eyes.
Have you got two ears? Have you got two ears? Yes, I've got
Yes,
two ears.
I've got 2 years.
Very good. Has he got two legs? Has he got two legs? Yes, he's
Yes,
got
he has got
two legs.
2 legs.
Has she got two hands? Has she got two hands? Yes,
Yes,
he's got
she's got
two hands.
2 hands.
Have we got two heads? Have we got two heads? Yes, we've
Yes,
got
we've got
two
two
heads.
heads.
Have they got four arms? Have they got four arms? Yes, they've
Yes,
got
they yeah,
four
they get
arms.
they've got
Right,
four
they've got
head,
four
four arms.
arms. Very good. Okay, what is the meaning of the words any and some in Japanese? What are the meanings of any and some in Japanese? The meaning of
The
the
meaning
word
of
any
words
and some
any and some
in
are
Japanese is
in Japanese is
ichikado.
ikutsuka. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, what's the difference between any and some? What's the difference between any and some? The difference
The
between
different
any
be-
and
be-
some. Omar,
the
the difference
difference between
any and
any and
some
some
is that we use
is
any
that we use
in
any for
questions
in
and
question
negative sentences,
in negative sentences,
whereas we use
whereas we
some
use for
in positive sentences.
some in positive
Positive
sentences.
Very good. Are there any books on this table? Are there any books on this table? Yes, there
Yes,
are some
there
books
there are some books
on
on
that
this table.
or in
On
this.
that table.
Very good. Are there any pictures on these walls? Are there any pictures on these walls? Yes, there
Yes,
are some
there
pictures
are some
on
pictures
those
on
walls.
those walls.
Very good. Okay. Have you got any shoes on your feet? Have you got any shoes on your feet? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've got some shoes
I've got some
on
shoes
my feet.
on my feet.
Very good. Are there any books on the floor? Are there any books on the floor? No, there
No,
aren't
there
any
aren't
books
any
on the
books
floor.
on the floor.
Are there any pictures on that chair? Are there any pictures on that chair? No, there aren't
No, there aren't
any pictures
any
on that
pictures on
chair.
that chair.
Very good. Are there any students sitting on the floor? Are there any students sitting on the floor? No, there
No,
aren't
there
any
aren't.
students. Any students
No, there aren't any student
sitting
on that
sitting on the
in
floor. One
sit,
more. No,
sitting
there
floor.
aren't
No, there aren't
any students
any students
sitting on the
on
floor.
sitting on the floor.
Where are there any chairs on the table? Are there any chairs on the table? No,
No,
there aren't
there
any
aren't
chairs
any
on the
chairs
table.
that table.
Very good. How many books are there on the table? How many books are there on the table? There are
There are
three books
three books on
on the
the
table.
table.
How many books are there on the floor? How many books are there on the floor? There are
They
none.
are none.
How
There are
many
none.
how many pictures are there on these walls? How many pictures are there on these walls? There are
There are
two
two
pictures
pictures
on those
on
walls.
those balls.
How many pictures are there on that chair? How many pictures are there on that chair? There are none.
There are none.
How many students are there in this classroom? How many students are there in this classroom? There's one
There are
student
one student
in that
in that
classroom.
classroom.
Very good. How many students are there sitting on the floor? How many students are there sitting on the floor? There are none.
There are none.
Very good. Okay, very good. So that's the end of our revision. Let's start present continuous, stage two, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so once again, let's talk about present continuous. Okay, repeat home,
Home.
speak,
Speak.
that.
That.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word home is a noun. It is the house, apartment, or shelter where a person lives with or without their family. For example, we aren't going home, we're remaining in the room. The word speak is a verb. It means to say, utter, or articulate a word with the use of our voice in a conversation. For example, we aren't speaking French, we're speaking English. The word that is a pronoun. We use the word that to indicate a person, thing, idea, state, event, time, remark, etc. For example, this is my book, and
This is
that
my book.
that is your book.
That is
Okay,
your book.
very good. Okay, so now that's present continuous, so it has different types. So let's have the first one. It's called the present continuous positive for positive
Yeah.
sentences. Okay,
Yes. I
okay,
see.
so it means we're doing it. Okay, repeat. I am speaking.
I am speaking.
You are speaking.
You are speaking.
He is speaking.
He is speaking.
She is speaking.
She is speaking.
It is speaking.
It is speaking.
We are speaking.
We are speaking.
You are speaking.
You are speaking.
They are speaking.
They are speaking.
Okay, those are examples of present continuous positive. It means happening now and they are doing it or we are
Yes.
doing it. Okay, so we use the present continuous for an action that we are doing now.
Yeah.
Another example is, for example, I am doing it now. I am going to the door. I
I
am
am
co-
going to the door.
I am coming from the door.
I am coming from the
Very
door.
good. Like I'm doing it now. I'm opening the book. I'm closing the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's practice. Present continuous positive.
I see. Okay.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're going.
You're going to the door.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're opening
You are opening
the book.
the book.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're closing the
You
book.
are you are closing the book.
Very good. Okay, next. Are you speaking English? Are you speaking English? Yes, I'm
Yes, I'm
speaking English.
speaking English.
Very good. Is she sitting on a chair? Is she sitting on a chair? Yes, she's
Yes,
sitting
she's sitting
on a
on
chair.
chair.
Yeah, because she's doing it now. Okay, next. So if there's a present continuous positive, there's also a present continuous negative. So it means they are not doing it now or we are not doing it now. Okay, so repeat. I am not speaking.
I am not speaking.
You are not speaking.
You are not speaking.
He is not speaking.
He is not speaking.
She is not speaking.
She is not speaking.
It is not speaking.
It is not speaking.
We are not speaking.
We are not speaking.
You are not speaking.
You are not speaking.
They are not speaking.
They are not speaking.
Very good. Okay, listen. So those are examples of present continuous negative. For the negative, we add the word not. Okay. For
Yeah,
positive, we say I am speaking. Negative, I am not speaking. For
Okay.
example, I am not speaking French. You are not standing on the table. Okay, so you are not doing it now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's practice. Am I writing in the book? Am I writing in the book? No, you
No,
aren't
you
writing
not. You are writing
in the book.
in the book.
You're reading the book.
You are reading the book.
Are you speaking Japanese? Are you speaking Japanese? No, I'm not
No,
speaking
I'm not
Japanese.
speaking
I'm
Japanese.
speaking
I'm
English.
speaking English.
Very good. Is he standing on the floor? Is he standing on the floor? No,
No,
he isn't
he isn't
standing on the floor.
standing on the floor.
He's
He's
sitting
sitting
on
on
the
the
chair.
chair.
Is she speaking French? Is she speaking French? No, she
No, she
isn't
isn't
speaking French.
speaking French.
He's
She's
speaking English.
speaking English.
Are we going home? Are we going home? No, we aren't
No,
going
we
home.
aren't going
We're
home.
remaining in the room.
Remaining in the
We're-
room.
Are they standing behind the house? Are they standing behind the house? No, they
No,
aren't
they
standing
aren't standing
behind the
behind
house.
the house.
They are standing
They are
in
standing
front
in
of.
front of the house.
Very good. So we're done with present continuous positive, present continuous negative. Now there's another one, present continuous question.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, if we say in positive, we say you are speaking English. So that's positive because you're speaking English now. For a question, we change it. We say, are you speaking English? Okay, so that's a question. Okay, you are speaking is a positive sentence. For a question, we put are before you and we say, are you speaking? Okay, so let's practice. Question. Are you sitting on a chair? Are you sitting on a chair? Yes, I'm
Yes,
sitting
I'm
on a
sitting on a
chair.
chair.
Okay, very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're opening the book.
You are opening the book.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You are
closing the book.
closing the door.
Very good.
Book.
Okay, very good. So that's it. Present continuous positive, negative question. So that's the verbs that we do now, the actions that we do now.
Okay.
Okay, there's another side, present simple. Okay, so let's talk about
Okay.
present simple. Okay, and again, there's like present simple, there's like classification, present simple, positive. The things that
Okay.
we do generally, not now, but we always do.
Okay.
Okay, for example, oh, repeat, do,
Do.
does,
Does.
Japanese,
Japanese.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Very good. Okay, repeat, I speak,
I speak.
you speak,
You speak.
he speaks,
He speaks.
she speaks,
She
it
speaks.
speaks,
It speaks.
we speak,
We speak.
you speak,
You speak.
they speak.
They speak.
Very good. Okay. Notice that for present continuous, we put the gerund ing, like they are speaking, you are speaking. For present simple, we don't add ing, we just add s for singular. He speaks, you speak, they speak. Okay,
Okay.
listen. Those are the examples of present simple in the positive form. We use the present continuous for an action we are doing now. We use the present simple for for an action we do generally. Okay,
Okay.
we are not doing it now, but we always do it. For example,
Yeah.
now you are speaking English, but generally you speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
he
see.
is not he is not reading a book now,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
generally he reads books. Okay, so let's
Okay.
practice. What's the difference between the present continuous and the present simple? What's the difference between the present continuous and the present simple? The difference between
The difference
the
the
present
difference between present
continuous
continue
and the present
and
simple
the present
is that
simple
we
is
use
that
the
we
present
use
continuous
present
for an
continuous
action
for an
we are
action
doing
we
now,
are doing now,
whereas we use
whereas
the
we
present
use
simple
present
for an
simple
action
for an action
we do
we
generally.
do generally.
Very good. Okay, listen. With the present simple, we use the word do. The word do hasn't got the meaning. but we use it in questions and negative sentences too. For example, we say, "Do you speak Japanese?" or "You do not speak Japanese." Okay, let's practice.
Okay.
Are you reading a book? Are you reading a book? No, I'm not
No,
reading a book.
I'm not reading the book.
Do you read books? Do you read books? Yes, I
Yes,
read
I
books.
read books.
Very good. Are you writing? Are you writing? No, I'm not
No, I'm
writing.
not writing.
Do you write? Do you write? Yes, I write.
Yes, I lied.
Very good. Am I going to the door? Am I going to the door? Am I going to the door? No, you
No,
aren't.
I'm not.
You aren't
You aren't
going to the door.
going to the door.
You're remaining
You remaining
on the chair.
on the chair.
Do I go to the door after the lesson? Do I go to the door after the lesson? Yes, you go to the
Yes,
door.
you go
To the door
to the door
after
after the
the
lesson.
lesson. Very good. Okay. Notice that if we're doing a verb now or an action now, we put ing. Like we are walking if we do it now. If not, we don't put ing. Okay. Or the third person, if we're talking about, I'm the first person, I'm the speaker. You're the second person, I'm talking to you. If we're talking about him or her, so they are the third person. So if we refer to them as pronoun, we use she, he,
Mm.
it, or does. For example, does he speak Japanese? And he does not speak Japanese. So if we're talking about someone, we use she, he, it, and does. Okay, let's practice. Is he going home? Is he going home? No, he isn't
No, he
going home.
isn't going home.
He's remaining in the room.
He's remaining on the room.
In the room.
In the room.
Does he go home after the lesson? Does he go home after the lesson? Yes, he
Yes,
goes
he
home
goes home
after the
after
lesson.
the lesson.
Very good. Next. Is she speaking? Is she speaking? No, she isn't
No,
speaking.
she isn't speaking.
Does she speak? Does she speak? Yes, she
Yes,
speaks.
she speaks.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Do not,
Do not,
don't,
don't,
does not,
does not,
doesn't,
doesn't,
remain.
remain.
Very good. Okay, so now let's talk about present simple negative. The things that we don't generally do, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's practice. I do not speak.
I do not speak.
You do not speak.
You do not speak.
He does not speak.
He does not
He
speak.
does he does not speak.
He does not speak.
Uh, she does not speak.
She does not speak.
It does not speak.
It does not speak.
We do not speak.
We do not speak.
You do not speak.
You do not speak.
They do not speak.
They do not speak.
Very good. Okay, for the negative of the present simple, we use the words do not.
Do not.
And we say, I do not speak Chinese because I don't speak
Chinese.
Chinese generally. I don't
Okay.
know how to speak it. The
Okay.
contraction of do not is don't.
Don't.
Okay, so we say, I don't speak Chinese. Okay, let's practice. What's the negative of I speak? What's the negative of I speak? The negative of I speak
The negative of I
is
speak
I do not
is
speak.
I do not speak.
What's the contraction? What's the contraction? I don't speak.
Okay.
Okay, Lex, do you remain here after the lesson? Do you remain here after the lesson? No, I
No,
don't
I
remain
don't
here
remain here after
after
the
the lesson.
lesson.
I go home.
I go home.
Very good. Do they speak Japanese? Do they speak Japanese? No, they don't
No,
speak
they don't
Japanese.
speak
They
Japanese.
speak
They
English.
speak English.
Do I read books in Chinese? Do I read books in Chinese? No, you don't
No,
read
you
books
don't
in
read
Chinese.
books in
You
Chinese.
read books
You
in
read books
English.
in English.
Very good. Okay, next. For the third person again, we use
Uh,
he, she, and it. We use the word does not for the negative, and we say he does not speak Chinese. The
Okay.
contraction of does not is doesn't. So we can say he doesn't speak Chinese. Okay, let's practice. What's the negative of he speaks? What's the negative of he speaks? The negative
The
of
negative
he
of
speaks
he
is
speaks
he doesn't
is
speak.
he doesn't speak.
Does she speak Japanese? Does she speak Japanese? No, she
No,
doesn't
she
speak
doesn't speak Japanese.
Japanese. She speaks English.
She speaks English.
Does he remain here after the lesson? Does he remain here after the lesson? No, he
No,
doesn't
he doesn't
remain
remain
here
here
after the lesson.
after the
He
lesson.
goes home
He goes
after the
home
lesson.
after the lesson.
Does she write in German? Does she write in German? No, she
No,
doesn't write
she doesn't
in
like
German.
German.
She writes
She like
in English.
she likes in English.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay,
Okay, let me just check my notes. Okay, so our reading is at stage 1, page
yeah,
18. Last head word was vowel. Okay, please start at page 19. Head word
okay,
before after.
yeah. Which letters before E? D's before E. Which letters after I? J's after I. Which letters before